Hello, and welcome to Getting Started in Planetside 2. This is just going to be a quick intro video to get new players right into the action straight away. So what we've got here is a character creation screen. We're just going to make a red guy. We're going to play on Connery, but I would recommend playing on the server with the lowest ping for you. We'll think of a name. What do you know? Name's not taken. So, as a new player, I would highly recommend you doing the tutorial, even though everybody says that it's bad, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so you got to the end of the tutorial and you're greeted with this warp gate terminal. You interact with it and you basically want to select the continent that is open, so you can tell because they have these green warp buttons at the bottom. And you want to select the one that has relatively even population spread. So we click warp. Now that you're at the continent that you selected, you will be automatically spawned in at your faction's warp gate. These warp gates are basically safe zone hubs, and obviously you don't want to be sitting in here doing nothing, you want to be out shooting people. But before we do that, I will cover some settings that I feel are very important to change, even for a new player. So, you hit escape and you have this screen, and in the bottom right of this screen you have your settings cog. You click that, and in the general tab you want to change a few things. In my opinion, or what I would highly recommend, is lowering your infantry aim sensitivity. So that is this sensitivity, the scoped mouse sensitivity, and the aimed mouse sensitivity, and that's all of your infantry sensitivities. And the flight vehicle sensitivity I would actually increase, otherwise you really need to fight with your mouse to actually turn your vehicle. So I increase it to about 0.6. The last two things that you want to do are disable mouse acceleration, and you want to, well, actually the last one is it's a personal preference. It's invert vertical fly. What this option does is when it's disabled, your vehicle will pitch in the same direction that you're moving your mouse. So if you if you move your mouse down, your vehicle will pitch down. If you go up, your vehicle will pitch up. I actually prefer it to be inverted. So when I move my mouse down, my vehicle pitches up, and the opposite. And that's it for settings for now. So there's no confirm button or anything like that. Simply by hitting escape, you now have your new sensitivity settings. So now, how do I actually go about finding people to shoot and having fun in the game? Well, you hit the M key, which brings up your map, and you can zoom out by using your mouse wheel so you can see the whole map. And again, this doesn't give you really too much information as a new player about what's actually happening and where you can go to have some fun. So what I highly recommend for a new player is in the top right hand side of the screen here, just under the logout button, you have a series of 5 buttons. The second one from the top is a filters button. So you press that button and you disable territory control. And what you do now is under heat maps, under the heat maps drop down menu, you select ally activity. Now the map gives you important information. It gives you information on where your friendly players are. So the brighter the territory, or the brighter green the territory, the more allies you have in that territory. So we can see that there are two large-ish, medium-sized fights. One here at Bridgeward against the purple guys, and one here at Marnie Fortress against the blue guys. Now, when I hover over these territories, you can see here on the bottom right-hand side that you're given additional information about what's actually happening at this fight. So here we see at Marnie Fortress, it is our facility because it's colored in red. Bridgeward is the purple guys because it's colored in purple. But you can see that the purple one a second ago, and actually still now you can see on the map, it has this sort of semicircle bar, which is either filling or depleting. So right now you can see it's depleting, so it's moving towards the left. So what that means is the purple guys are currently taking back their territory from us, in the sense that still their territory, but we got on the control point and started taking it. Now they're taking it back. So maybe that's not the best option to go to for us right now. But here we see that our territory is now just got started being taken by the blue guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on the map here and then set a personal waypoint. This personal waypoint creates this like smudge on your map, which might not seem very valuable, but when you actually close your map by pressing M or escape, you can see that we actually have that waypoint on our HUD now, and we can see in which direction we need to move to get towards that fight. Now, we could run for 2.5 kilometers to get to that fight, but that is not advised, and this is why I would suggest increasing your aircraft sensitivity, because you will be using aircraft to get to that fight. This is the best way of getting to a fight that you want to get to. This is the Valkyrie. It is a troops logistics vehicle, and it's also quite cheap to pull, so definitely spawn one of these. Now I'll do a quick rundown of aircraft controls. The first one is when you hold spacebar, you apply a vertical thrust to your vehicle, so that's good for gaining altitude without moving anything. You also have your A and D keys, which are used for yawing, and you also have W to actually get some speed and move forward. So we're just going to use these 4 keys to point my Valkyrie in the direction of my waypoint, and we're just going to fly over there, and we'll see you in a bit when I get there. So we're approaching my waypoint. As you can see here, it's about 800 meters away. But what you want to do is you want to line up your aircraft so that you pass directly over your waypoint, and we're getting shot down. So you press Okay, so that didn't go as planned, but we did get close enough to still spawn at this base. So when a territory has one of these little green icons on it, it means that you can spawn at that facility. So we'll get rid of our waypoint, and we'll spawn at this facility just to have some fun. So now we're at a fight where we have lots of friendlies, and there are enemies attacking it, so we can have some fun. And hopefully I'll see you on the next episode. Catch you later.